Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid, and in these videos, we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're new to the show, welcome. We make daily videos and keep it relevant to what's going on in the news. And if you're joining us again, welcome back. You know how we do it. Let's jump right in and take a look to see what's going on with Bitcoin Cash. Now, as you can see, we are currently sitting just below that $2,600 mark. And we've had a little bit of excitement here earlier today, reaching some highs just below, or I should say just above 2,800 USD, and a pretty quick substantial jump upwards, and we have retraced a little bit there, and it seems as though we found a floor. So hopefully we can maintain that $2,500 mark and slowly retrace up towards those numbers that we saw not too far behind us. And on the other side of the coin here, you can see Bitcoin Core is sitting at $14,000 USD. Really just kind of bouncing around that 14,000 and a half. And it hasn't really come up to that 15,000 mark, so to speak, or at least it has hit the ceiling and trying to break through. But again, the entire market is looking pretty slow. Depending on how you look at it, over the last 24 hours, we've seen some pretty substantial gains with a few coins. But more specifically, just over the last hour here, you can see that Ripple is clearly standing out here, especially over the last 7 days, with 100% change in volume, or I should say in price, and it's pretty incredible to see that just skyrocketing. And clearly there's a lot of interest with the banks, financial institutions, more specifically Japan recently is coming out saying that they are looking at Ripple, and I'll be getting into that more because clearly it is something that the spotlight is on in the industry. Atlant, remember talking about this? This was an ICO we looked at maybe a few months ago now. They're trying to tokenize the real estate industry. Well, they've been doing a little bit better here, a little bit more volatility, but clearly they are coming up to something in their roadmap that is going to be initializing their Airbnb killer. This one really appeals to me. It's kind of an interesting investment that I was looking at as I was diversifying back in the past, as well as the Naga coin there, the German fintech company. We talked about that. There's a video I put out as well if you're interested, but it has been doing quite well. Also, they've seen some pretty substantial gains here, looking at 72% change over the last 24, currently sitting at double the price it was during the ICO. So pretty exciting stuff, and if you got involved with that, pretty neat times. We'll have to wait to see where that goes. Now, if we jump over to Bitcoin.com, in the news, you can see that Russia is making the spotlight here today, and we haven't spoke about Russia for a while because South Korea has kind of been in the spotlight. But basically, the last time we spoke about them, we were looking at the crypto ruble, trying to see if the finance ministry or the banks would say yes or no. Clearly, now they are saying no. Now, I'm sure there's a little bit of influence coming from Putin, I'm sure there's a little bit more than just a little, say a lot of influence. But let's just talk about the ICOs first, because they have thrown down some pretty heavy restrictions on the ICOs. Specifically the max funds that they can raise, capping at around 17 million, which in my opinion is quite silly, because the regulations, in my opinion, should be more regarded in terms of practicality and safety and actual use cases, instead of just allowing anyone to raise a bunch of money, especially if they're looking to make some more national investors or raise attraction there internationally. But the one thing that stands out here, aside from the taxation, which is another way that they're just looking to grab money from this incredible technology, from the people that are leading in the innovation here. So pretty sad to see, but nothing new. But again, the big news with this article is really what they intend to do. If they're saying no to the crypto ruble, they're really looking at crypto in terms of property and not a means of payment. And if clearly that is the case for a lot of these crypto tokens, but when you look at Bitcoin Cash, when it is clearly a currency, it is sad to see. But what the really thing that stands out to me here is the fact that Putin is really pushing to make what's known as a supranational type digital currency. So this really raises some flags for me. They're taxing, they're restricting. Not only that, but they're looking to make the supranational digital currency with the Eurasian Economic Union. And if you don't know really what that means, it's basically supranational. It's having power or influence that transcends nationally over boundaries and governments. So yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what Russia wants, but whether they'll get it or not, we'll have to wait and see. And this is what really drives the focus for me when we talk about things like Bitcoin Cash, a non-centralized without any need for third parties, peer-to-peer global cash system. And this digital technology here is a currency, and that's what it was built to do. And it was designed to get rid of those third parties and really create a borderless, fast means of peer-to-peer electronic cash. And that's, you know, what I support, and hopefully we will continue to see people recognize this more and more for the value it actually has and the potential it has to change the world. Because, you know, we look at Bitcoin here in the #1 Bitcoin Core, the #1 seed here, and really there is little to no value left in that. The price is exponential. As you know, the fees are getting higher and higher, and it really isn't doing anything to change the world and make it a better place. And that's where I stand behind Bitcoin Cash and will continue to do so. And I hope you enjoy these videos, and I will continue to make them as well. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.